versus Ned. But now Panda Bair versus Ned is kind of in suggestion. We'll see what Ned can do, and this Sephiroth music is playing loud and proud. Now, Ned was pretty handily given it to Panda Bair last game.
Yeah.
The business, as it were.
I saw those 2 games up here when I was just watching with Jack. Yeah, it was! I can tell you how they ended. Villager tied all 3 times. But I will say, though, they were close. They were fun games to watch. Game 3, it definitely seemed like Ned had a little bit more advantage than Panda did. But Panda was giving him a serious run for his money game 1, game 2.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny to see a zoner like Panda or like Villager kind of just get counter zoned by a big sword. Like, and that's one of the biggest things is a lot of the times where Panda Bair would normally feel safe, it just doesn't. It's just not the case in this matchup.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about the fact. I love the fact that this is a Animal Crossing Villager against a fallen angel.
Oh yeah,
that is like Satan fighting like Jim from The Office, and it's hilarious. I love it. I love that this is a real thing that's happening. But yeah, that sword is definitely, which is weird too, because you feel like, you know, Panda with Swordy is just your basic game of keep away, but Sephiroth's sword is half the stage, especially if it's Battlefield. So.
Yeah, and it just clinked with a growing tree to almost kill Panda Bair. That sword is such a big difference for this matchup versus others. And it's kind of similar to what we saw with Pyra, where sometimes while he's in the space that he considers comfortable, he just, look at him go all the way out there. I thought Ned was just going to chase him everywhere, but he'll get down there with the neutral B. That neutral B lingers pretty well, and if Panda Bair is already in his balloons, he doesn't really have an option to avoid it, and it's got a lot of knockback. So if it's at least a little charged, it's got a good chance of becoming untechable, probably around like 90 or 100.
I like that option too a lot from Ned, especially because in like this edge guarding game, Panda kind of wants Sephiroth above him because he can hit you very far from both sides of him. But actually landing on top of Panda Bair, he's only got like that down air, which drags you to the stage right away, which could set you up for a punish. But going below the stage and setting up that lingering side B, or is it side B or is it neutral B for the flare that Sephiroth throws?
The explosion.
Explosion.
Yeah, that's neutral B.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that I like that creativity there because Panda probably feels pretty safe below Sephiroth, and to just change that tone immediately is very smart.
Yep, and Ned does have to be careful because any form of the neutral B being pocketed is almost a guaranteed stock.
Hitbox.
Yeah, the balloons are a bit of a detriment, and it's something that Panda Bair is going to have to get used to because that was also hurting him a bit in his game against Burst.
Yeah.
I think it just kind of comes down to being a bit more aware of it, especially when you're playing against characters like Sephiroth, like Pyra, that have these big, long hitboxes.
Yeah, it sucks too, because when you really think about it, you're sort of put into that situation immediately where you might have noticed that whatever character, whether it's Sephiroth or Pyra, is in a situation you don't want them to be, and you're already in balloons. Like you said, you can't really do anything once you're already in that situation.
Yeah, because as soon as you start descending, it becomes really hard to get upward momentum again.
Exactly.
So if you stop at any point, you might just die for it. Only so much helium.
The wing is out from our one-feathered friends. I don't. It's been out, hasn't it? When did Ned lose his first stock?
He got, Villager waved a stick in the air, and a fallen god died. And that fallen god will die once more.
To a rock.
To a rock this time. Truly, literal David and Goliath. The sling and nothing else. And he's only one cheeky little edge guard away from turning this around.
He's racking up his damage.
Yeah, really. But Sephiroth only needs one hit. He still has his wing. And he has just a ton of options off stage.
Yeah. Get off me, boxing gloves. Leave him alone.
Quick little punch. Ooh,
That
that
F
run up
tilt, yeah.
F tilt.
That F, just the ability to, when Panda is at like 120. Because the thing is, Panda likes to throw out Lloyd in neutral a lot, which, I mean, yeah, it's a good get off me tool. It's a good zoning tool. But you throw out Lloyd, all of a sudden, you're just sort of left. What happened?
What do you mean, what
Where's
happened?
the noise? Where's our sound?
I don't know.
Jackson? Did someone kick something? I can't. You can't.
Yeah, we can't hear game sound.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't really care. As long as stream has it, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Is
I
it
think
back?
we got it. I think we got it.
Yeah,
We're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah, I hear that brain age.
Brain
music.
age.
Let's go.
So like I was saying, like when he throws out those Lloyds, it just leaves him there. And since Sephiroth's sword is so long, it can poke him before he even has to worry about Lloyd when Panda Bair is that far away and at that high of a percent. And then he dies. He doesn't have to worry about a smash attack or anything. But he's dead. No, Sephiroth's dead.
Oh no! Ned misspaced. Wow, Ned misspaced the down air, and as a result, Panda Bair was able to survive while Ned went plummeting. The old Aerith Slayer doing a bit of work back at Sephiroth. But I'll tell you what, Ned can't be feeling too uncomfortable. Still huge lead, and he's gonna punish this jab with an up smash, scooping him all the way up to the blast zone. And it's just like nothing. Don't worry about it.
There were a couple moments when I was watching Winners Finals where Ned sort of messed up maybe a recovery or something and Panda shook his head. But I think in a situation like this, you have to take every advantage you can. And I think Panda probably wanted more than 9% off that mistake.
Yeah, that is not quite the capitalization he was probably hoping for. And I'm liking, Ned really wasn't using the counter much game one, but he's already used it twice to great effect game two.
Yeah, I can see that being a pretty powerful tool in this one. He hasn't really needed it. He's been spacing the spacey pretty darn well. But yeah, I mean, if you got it, flaunt it, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a downer. Oh, no. Tricked him. Tricked me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, and I don't know. I feel I can't really. I don't know what to do here with for Villager, because it just seems like whenever he throws out something like Lloyd or tries to set up Tree, he just gives himself
This
away.
is interesting, though. Put him into the ground, young man.
Put him into the ground in more ways than one. Ooh, but the back air will put him back to even stocks.
Panda has so many setups, but his setups take time.
Yes.
And that Sephiroth sword is so big, and Ned is just so unworried about it because he's so far away from whatever Panda's doing that he just can throw it out. He doesn't need to worry. Even if Lloyd or whatever ends up hitting him after, Panda lost his stock. That's what matters.
Yeah, and it really, that is kind of a story in this matchup, is the trades that have to happen a lot for Ned to kind of just power through this wall of stuff that Villager likes to put out.
And he's been doing it very well.
Yeah, but it definitely ends up costing him percent, like just in individual interactions. I mean, even now, you're seeing him struggle just to get back to center stage. And it still feels like he has a lead, but he's just taking damage here and there, but a nice little F tilt puts back in the top.
That was a nice attempt. I respect that.
And that's something Ned's been doing a lot when he can ensure that he's got the kill, which is something that he can ensure a lot with Villager because of how floaty Villager's recovery is. So we'll see if Ned gets
he's dead.
Yeah, he is dead.
Panda takes the first game off of Ned tonight. Large booming. I said lard. Oh, man, those words escape me. I talked to Pac Diesel about it, Pete, and he was like, I've talked like 76% less in the last year. You go from commentating 3 weeklies to just talking to your mom exclusively. Sometimes you forget you have a tongue, you know? It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
It's weird having, and I've always been a stutterer anyway. I'm a stutterer. I have a very slight stutter, but getting back into the swing of things, man, it's fun. But man, is it taxing a little bit on the old jaw?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Little music change coming in, and this will be. I wonder if this is a bit of like an emotional reset for Ned going into this game 3, because realistically, had he not SD'd,
Yeah.
that would have been his game
Sure.
through and through. I mean, you know, you can't say for sure, but it definitely cost him a lot. So I guess we'll see if he can kind of like, you know, reach Zen again and come back with the same ferocity in this game 4. And for Panda Bair, I feel like you have to use that pressure that SD put on Ned to your advantage. I don't know how. you gotta find a way to go, hey, remember when you SD'd? But with your gameplay.
He read that like a bug.
Straight through.
Take him to the library, man. That was because Panda faking going to the other side. Ned didn't buy it for a second. And I was going to talk about how for this game, you know, yeah, Ned getting back into that Zen state, absolutely. But Panda, I think Panda knows that, like, all right, I won, but Ned SD'd. Like, from that perspective, how do you feel about that? You know, how does that affect your emotions going into a game? Do you feel like you can only beat someone when they mess up? Like,
all these snaps.
It's a big part of the mental game, you know? Back and forth, once again with the sword. That's the thing, Ned's Sephiroth has been sharp, pun intended, but he has made some mistakes. So, obviously, if you're Panda, don't rely on them, but capitalize on them.
Yes, that's the most important part. And man, that up B is a great kill option. Great job from Ned. And now he's sitting pretty right now with this 2-stock lead.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, that was tasty. It looked like, I don't know what he reflected there, but it wasn't the whole tree, because if it was, that would have been a lot more damage. And finally getting that confirmed down smash into up smash. You've seen it on Game & Watch. Now check it out on Villager.
So he's, you know, Panda's been ripping those down smashes.
Yeah.
Not really something we see from him a whole lot. But I think he recognizes that a lot of his moves take some startup, and Ned has been taking advantage of it. So why not, whenever he gets close every once in a while and he's a kill percent, throw out a down smash?
Yeah,
Which,
it's a fairly safe move on shield. Comes out pretty quick. So yeah, I like it as an option. Cool.
Oh, this could be get back on stage pretty easily. Yeah, Ned respecting tree has a lead, but you've never got a good enough lead to just ignore the tree. Going with those falling bowling balls again on these platforms, trying to catch Ned napping. Hasn't been working so far.
And there it is.
The up B of the century.
Yeah, and
sweeping him away.
And that's what I was talking about earlier with Panda Bair kind of being in a precarious position whenever he's off stage. Because if Ned's got that stock lead, why not just do a little / salute, and then you just got some villager sushi.
Salute.
That's the second time I've spoken a French word on stream today, and I'm very sorry,
is that a
guys.
real word?
Salute.
Thought you made that one up.
Yeah, no.
I've overestimated your ability to create languages.
Oh, that ability. All right, hopping into this game 4 with a skip and a jump.
So obviously, Panda's tournament life on the line.
Yes.
Ned, for the most part, had game 3, I would say. Oh, so this is probably a little bit of redemption right here for Panda. Probably has more of a spark plug mentality, I would have to imagine, going into this one.
Yeah, and doing a good amount of redeeming so far, about 99% worth of redemption.
There's that shovel. Ned, you don't want to throw it out too often because Ned will capitalize on that.
Yeah, Ned loves his punishes. Ooh.
You're dead. Yep.
Ooh. No, the pop-up.
Yeah,
okay.
The pop-up.
Okay, I like that. But the thing, I think that's a situation where he can only really get on that once. Yeah, great counter.
Yeah.
And I feel like he can't get away with that again because the next time Ned sees him floating like that, he's just going to go down there and give him what for.
Panda really, that's the moment too when he's like sort of on those platforms with you. You catch him falling and you hit him with those turn-ups. That's where you try to get Sephiroth so you can go back to even. And it's got to be frustrating to not find it.
Oh,
now you're in a bad position again.
Gotta watch out for that. Oh,
He's fine, though, yeah.
wow. Okay, so missing the tech kept him alive there because he bounced off of it, and Ned just went just right by him. So maybe a strategic tech miss there, but even stocks again as Ned gets a little too aggressive. Be aggressive. Oh,
This could be bad, too.
Nairs? Oh,
Puts him on the opposite side. That's good for Panda.
yeah, honestly. Cool. It seems like Panda's been kind of getting up in his face a lot more. You're seeing a lot more nairs, a lot more dash attacks, a lot more up close fares, and I'm loving this more aggressive style. And it's forced Ned onto the back foot, and that's not really something Sephiroth's great with. His uppies is only like amazing way out of bad situations like that. But hey, you know what? That also works a little bit. Gotta watch out for that move, huh?
He has very quickly and surprisingly turned Ned into the zoner of this match.
Yeah, and Ned doesn't seem too uncomfortable with the position.
Because still, you know, Villager only can do so many things up close. Not the fastest of characters. You still need to sort of...
And the last hit. The last hit. All right. Here we go. I feel like with Panda Bair, he's got to keep just getting in on him. And it's so tough with Sephiroth because his Nair is such a good get-off-me tool and combo tool. Let's see.
He's been throwing out. I would be afraid to throw Lloyd. I think Ned wants him to be afraid to throw Lloyd, though. Like, hit him with a couple of those counters.
Yeah, that's the kind of pressure you want to be able to output on someone. And, yeah, look at that. I mean, it doesn't get the follow because he tried to pummel first, but... yeah, just the amount of pressure he can put off stage without even really doing anything is so scary.
Ned's just like 2 sword swings away. Maybe taking this game. Always got to be careful with Panda. Trying to keep that perfect distance to get away from the sword.
And just runs up and starts punching. And this is going to be tough because he doesn't have his jump here. But he's just going to go straight through, slicing him up.
Intense.
Absolutely.
Back on stage. Oh, missed the punch and just abandons when he sees the shield is going to stay up from Ned, trying to get back on. The Nair is sort of sending him to the left side. This is what he needs.
Up tilt. That up tilt would have killed, I think, too. This is so tough.
Oh, the
Anything
wing comes out.
Sephiroth can kill here.
Yep.
But Panda Bair doing a great job walling him out. He's got all these jumps. What can he do with them? A down smash on shield. Too aggressive. F tilt, putting him back.
Goes with the down smash.
Yeah. I think. Oh no! Panda trying to read a bit too hard. I feel like he had some better options there. But the up air, landing up air, and that'll be Ned taking it in grands. No reset, nothing. Not dropping a single set. And here, Chicago, is your #1 PR.